Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about the mystery update. In this episode we're going to address the elephant in the room. We're gonna talk about the LFP batteries. So, as you might already know, Juohmaru, my Model 3, comes from China, and it's a standard Range Plus model, and that means it has the LFP battery. Now, there have been some articles when the LFP models got imported into Europe, basically complaining about the cold weather performance. So they were claiming that the charging speed wasn't high enough when the weather was cold. They reported that the range went down dramatically, and also that the BMS was not able to tell the exact state of charge of the battery, so it was reporting false numbers. One of those articles you can see here. This was published back in 2020, and basically the main thing that it mentions is that the batteries that got released didn't go through proper testing. So Tesla didn't spend the right amount of time to test out those batteries before they put them into production. Now, in my case, I've only experienced the third out of those issues. So when the car got delivered, it got delivered with around 12% battery, which was kind of bad. But anyway, I plugged it in for a few hours, and basically I left it at around 11 in the evening with, let's say, 28% battery. Then the next day in the morning, I unlocked it, and surprise, I had 54. So that was a big surprise and a big question mark about why this really happened. So I reported the issue to my sales advisor. He advised me to book an appointment with a Tesla service center. Of course, there were a couple of more issues, which I'm going to talk about in another video with the car when it got delivered. And the appointment got booked. So when I arrived there, I told them, guys, I have these issues. Plus, there was an issue about my state of charge. One day it was 24, and then the next day, all of a sudden, it was 50-something%. So what they told me is that there has been a software update. So what they told me was that there has been a software update that was made exactly to address this issue, and that this update was rolling out already to Model 3 owners having those LFP batteries, and I should receive it soon. However, in my case, I had received it already. So apparently I was one of the first few that got it. And supposedly now the issue with the BMS has been fixed with my car. So the interesting thing about this update, and the number, by the way, of the update was 2021.4.10, I see it right in front of me, was the release notes. So it didn't mention anything about LFP battery updates, any kind of battery updates, any kind of significant fixes. The only thing that it mentioned, and I'm going to read it to you, this release contains minor bug fixes and improvements. That was it. So it gave you no clue that this was something significant, something to address the complaints of the people that got the LFP models. So when I saw that first, I thought that probably this is some kind of minor software fixes. In software release cycles, those fixes happen all the time. So if it was nothing significant to be included in the release notes, probably it's not something that I should care about. As I said though, when I arrived at the Tesla service center, they told me that this is the update you're looking for. And not only that, a few days later, there was another update. So I got 2021.4.11 with the exact same release notes. So it seems to me that Tesla is iterating on these fixes, and it keeps improving the car. And who knows, maybe we'll get another update soon. I would like though to revisit those articles. So to me, they seem to be kind of clickbait. So, always those news websites are trying to pull out of the hat the new hair and basically reveal the next Tesla story, the next Tesla scandal. So to me, it seemed a case of that. We've seen already that even the 2021 Model 3 that came from Fremont, that has the Panasonic cells, had similar issues. And again, Tesla addressed it with a software update. On top of that, we got similar reports about the Tesla Model Y, that the cold weather performance was not that great, and surprise, surprise, there's a software update trying to address exactly that. Now, if you guys have an LFP model already, be happy about your choice. Apparently, Tesla's got your back. And if you're on the lookout for a used Model 3, definitely consider LFP models. The reason, I'm going to explain it in another video which is coming out soon. If you're looking for a new model with an LFP battery, I'm not really sure if you can get one right now. So there was a small time window where those models were imported in Europe. And I don't think you can get that in the US at all. However, there have been some rumors that the upcoming standard range models of 3 and potentially Y will have the LFP cells. So maybe it's worth waiting a bit. So it's very interesting that Tesla is very cryptic about those updates. Perhaps they don't want to admit that there was indeed some early issues with those type of batteries. However, we see that this is a pattern. All new models have those child diseases, and definitely software updates is one very effective way to address those. So what now? So the next step would be to try it out. Now, it's still winter here, that's why I wear a scarf. The weather is still pretty cold. And one of the things that I want to try out is to go to a supercharger, which is a bit far from where I live right now, and see what the actual charging speed is. I'm charging the car right now, but the charging speed is very low. It's only 11 kilowatts, and that's definitely due to the charger, not to the car. The car can take way more than that. So my plan is to go to a supercharger, which is a bit far from where I live right now, and I want to see exactly how fast it can charge. I can give you some early hints though. There was another article from the same author on the same website, and it's basically stating that people that had those LFP issues, they installed now the 2021.4.10 software update in Europe, and they tested their cars again under the same cold weather conditions. And apparently now, most of those issues seem to have been resolved. It would be nice now to test this thing on our side as well and confirm that this is indeed true. By the way, this article was released in February, so that means 2.5 months after the initial article was released. So definitely there's a pattern with Tesla, so Tesla owners should know that if there is an issue, there will most likely be an update. Most times it's a software update. If it's something severe, they might also issue a hardware update. Now, am I happy with my Model 3 from China? Absolutely. I love it. I would definitely recommend it to anyone looking for a Model 3 Standard Range Plus right now. The reason why, I'm going to explain it in another video. That's it guys for this episode. Hit the like button if you like this video and remember to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.